Multiple myeloma is a condition that affects patients over the age of 75 predominantly. But what we also know is that there is a predisposition for patients from African origin. And indeed, the incidence is approximately 2.5 times more common in patients from African descent compared to other regions. With that in mind, we decided to investigate enrollment of clinical trials for multiple myeloma to see if the patients that we're enrolling reflects the diversity of the population of myeloma that we see in the United Kingdom. Initially, we looked at single-center data at my institution, UCLH, and what we found was a significant disparity in ethnic variation in patients that were enrolled into clinical trials. And this was statistically significant for phase 1 clinical trials, more so than phase 3 studies. And specifically, these patients tend to be referred in from external centres, and so what we're seeing is a referral bias away from those ethnic minorities. On the back of that, we then pulled together 15 years worth of academic clinical trial data through the NCRI subgroup. And what we looked at was frontline data of over 4,000 patients enrolled in clinical trials nationally across over 120 sites. Now, this reflects quite a diverse geographical location. However, when we looked at the ethnic variation, again, we were not recruiting the expected number of patients from African descent. And when we looked further into it, it was particularly the non-transplant eligible patients. And so these are the older patients that we are not reaching into those communities. So moving forward, we have taken on a number of different initiatives within the UK Myeloma Research Alliance to improve diversity into enrolment. We are performing a pilot study within the PROMISE trial. We have a diversity officer on the trial management group, and every month we look at the equality and diversity data in terms of enrolment. So that means we look at ethnic diversity, we look at age and sex in terms of enrolment. We're also building up focus groups across the country to ensure that we're enrolling patients from all underserved populations.